Hello, hello, hello. This is Sandra R. Blythe with Robdick Enterprise, and this is our final prelude to freedom of forgiveness. That's right. The real deal is happening Monday, June 2nd, 2025 at 6:30 on Zoom, our workshop, Freedom of Forgiveness. So let's get to it. Today, I am going to probably spend a little more time with you than I have previously, so that I'm not just dropping a thought for you, but I'm also giving you some form of resolution to what I am going to speak on today. So today, I want to come to that final part when we talk about forgiveness in the form of the aftermath. What happens after we have forgiven one another? Is that relationship viable? Can we coexist? Will it work? How deep is the cut? All of those things. Here's one thing that is a truism. There will be forgiveness situations that we will not be able to come back from. Does that mean that I did not forgive you? Does that mean that you did not forgive me? Doesn't mean that. It means that the cut was very deep. Instead of the bridge being broken, the bridge exploded. And sometimes when that bridge explodes, we talk about burning bridges in that rim as well. Sometimes the bridge did more than burn. And the wound really is that deep. Now, let me try to clarify this for you. I can forgive you, but it does not necessarily mean that we can reconcile and be the friends we used to be. It doesn't mean we can reconcile and be the same husband and wife we used to be. It doesn't mean that we can reconcile and have the same type of relationship that we once had. Why am I saying that? Sometimes when that wound is deep, trust has been lost. Trust is a very difficult thing to rebuild. And the truth of the matter is, sometimes trust cannot be rebuilt. As much as we want to, it can't. And you said, well, but if you've forgiven, don't you move on? And if you've forgiven and you can't move on, and if you've forgiven and you can't coexist together, and you've forgiven and you can't be in the same space together, doesn't that mean you haven't forgiven? No, it doesn't. Remember, there's one thing that I alluded to, and I'll say it very specifically now. My forgiveness should be at a level that I am concerned enough about your well-being that if I can assist you when you have a need, that I am willing to fulfill and satisfy what need has presented itself. That's forgiveness. Despite what has gone down between the two of us, I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to take you to the grocery store. I'm willing to provide certain resources that you need. I'm willing and I will do. That's real forgiveness because we can get stuck in a space where we say we forgave and we hold such animosity that if that person needed a glass of water, we wouldn't give it to them. But we said, oh, but I accepted their apology. I forgave them, but they better not ever ask me for anything. We probably need to really work on the forgiveness. But back to the original concept here. The aftermath of forgiveness. We have to understand that sometimes reconciliation will not happen. It does not make you a bad person. It's just the reality of what has transpired in those circumstances. The trust has been lost. The hurt is very deep. A comeback is not foreseeable. And we have to learn to be okay with that and not try to flip it and say, "Oh, you don't forgive me because you're not allowing me to be close to you like we used to be. You're not going places with me. You're not talking with me. We're not coexisting anymore." Forgiveness can be a process to the point where even when we have had the apologies, we still need time to heal. We still need time to be okay being in the same space together. Thus, we need time to coexist together. That's the reality sometimes. But again, there are times that it's just not going to come back. What we were, we will never be again. And it doesn't mean that I didn't forgive you. And we have to learn to be okay with that. That pendulum swings both ways. There are moments when people will forgive you, but the coexisting together, the being in the same environment, the being able to do what you used to do with that person is no longer an option because of the circumstances of that situation. So I don't want you to get confused and say, well, if it's that, then it's not forgiveness. It's forgiveness. I'm not holding it against you. I just realized the depth of that wound. I'm not holding it against you. I just realized the broken trust. I'm not holding it against you. I just realized that this cannot be our season. And for some people, that can be very difficult to digest. And I totally get it, but it's reality. So, this is what I say to you when we talk about the aftermath of forgiveness. Understand that it's not always going to end on a good note, even though we've accepted and extended apologies. It's just not. But if we truly learn forgiveness, if we truly learn the process, if we truly learn relationships, if we truly learn trust, if we truly learn all of these things, it may be a lesson learned that going forward we become more conscientious of what we say and how we act so that we don't have to be concerned about apologizing. Just a thought. It's all a process. It's a learning for all of us. I thank you so much for joining me this evening that we have gotten this one more chance to come together